Critical support levels are being tested. The crypto market is on fire. Well, not the good on fire. We'll also start XRP price predictions. But there is a market that's going to be opening up here in a few hours. And that market is going to be on fire to the good side. So yes, as certain doors close, other doors open. BTC breaks 100,000. We'll also talk about...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Now, if you watch the live streams, you know exactly what door is going to be opening because I talked about it. I even said I've been buying it over the last several months, and oh yes, baby, there's going to be a smile on my face. Now, before we get into the crypto news, your comments come first because you, the viewer, matter most. But Mr. Garrison, we need your help.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Reigns981 says, I know you make money by spreading negative news to scare people off. No, my job is to bring the news good, bad, happy, or sad. What do you want me to do with the blob of red on the screen? Do you want me to lie to you and say, oh, things are amazing in the crypto world? No. Instead, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to tell you why things are red, what things are causing them to be red, what things could turn this around, and what markets are green. No, I don't take joy in bringing red, but I'm also not going to lie to you and blow smoke up your beehole. Thomas Sider says, gonna be a year before we get back to late January, early February prices. Look like we're gonna have to wait for a war for Israel first. Yeah, it's not looking too good, is it? Oddball RV says, dude, you're the most honest, but crypto bull run end comes July. Complete collapse, real truth. I'm sorry. No, I get it. Sadly, though, some people, like Reigns, don't possess the brain power to understand that my job is not to blow smoke up your beeholes and give you a reachy roundy. I know, sounds like fun on a Sunday when the market's red. My job's to bring you the truth. Bitcoin back to 100,000. We got to pay attention. E2202 XP at 197. ADA at 53 cents. Doge under 15. We talked about HBAR. Look at that. 13 cents. Are we rebounding? Well, we're going to find out why. Tensions are heating up. But remember, traditional finance markets open back up on Monday, and we got to see how they play this. But first, some players out there are getting to crucial support levels. Cardano's make or break moment. Will 50-cent ADA hold or crack under the pressure? Right now, 53.22. If the Middle East keeps firing up on the bad side, prices are going to keep plummeting. If the traditional finance markets completely melt down on Monday, we know that can spread further into the crypto market. So what happened? BTC crashes. Iranian parliament approves what everyone? The Hormuz Strait closure threatening oil disruption. Oh, global inflation. So now if we have an inflation uprise, what happens? Jerome Powell's going to go on the old mic. You know the deal, everyone, right? He's going to go on the mic and say, yo, we can't cut rates because inflation. And if rates stay high, that means you're going to pay more for your car loans, more for your home loans, more for your credit cards, more for your business loans, more for your home equity lines of credit, more for the debt. Yeah, everything stays expensive for longer, which means discretionary spending is screwed, which means all the money that you have to spend on things like crypto gets eaten up by inflation, along with what? High interest rates. So you could see more pressure on the market to the downside. So you've got an escalation. So Iran, what are they doing? They're reaching in their back pocket. What do they got? They got a card known as oil. So when one door closes, another door opens. So if crypto is getting pounded to the negative side, what door do you think opens? The oil door. And as I've said in my live streams and as I've said in the videos for the last several months, what have I been buying? Oil. Why? Because oil was a sector that was beaten up for a while, and I truly believe that the EV thing out there was a bunch of BS. Why? Batteries suck. They don't have the lifespan, right? Have you ever tried to take a road trip across the United States in an EV? No, because it sucks. And guess what? Do you want to spend $15,000 getting an EV battery pack replacement on your 10 or 15-year-old Tesla? No, you do not. So we're still going to be reliant upon oil. And there's plenty of countries out there that need oil. So guess what? As oil gets beaten down and gets cheap, certain people, yours truly, have been buying oil. I just thought I wish I had a little bit more time to buy it before the price went up. But guess what? One door closes, another opens. That's why I said you need to be diversified. That's why I bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad, with a array of things out there. So let's keep learning. Now, a while ago, this article was September 17th of 2024. And you're like, bro, why are you bringing stuff up from September 17th of 2024? Because Elizabeth Warren was calling for emergency rate cuts from the Fed. Now, why was she doing that? Because that was to get the election pumperoni. Now, inflation was higher then. Inflation has come down since, but she's not calling for it. Why? Because the Fed is a weapon. Rates are a weapon. And if now we have the threat of more inflation and Jerome Powell keeps rates higher, I'll read between the lines. Okay, now let's jump into XRP price prediction. I'm bringing this up. Why? Because I want to share with you how stupid some of this stuff is and why you need to be cautious out there, okay? Google Gemini sets XRP price for the next 2 years. Do you think Google Gemini 3 months ago was predicting a little bit of Israel-Iran tension with a little bit of USB-2 bunker bomb buster action going on? Hell no, girlfriend, because guess what? They weren't predicting this right up on the screen. So when you see these stupid-ass AI price prediction charts, take it with a grain of salt. I will share this with you anyways. Why? Because sometimes hopium is a good thing. Okay, let's read. In line with this development, Google's AI chatbot Gemini has projected a bullish 2-year trajectory. Now, put it to you this way, right? How do you think the market, people would react if they gave a bearish predicament? They'd be like, screw you, I'm going to go keep researching until I find a bullish one, right? Exactly. Why do you think channels out there that constantly tell you, oh, we're going to go to $10 XRP do so good? Because people keep searching for news that makes them feel better. That's called confirmation bias, right? Right. People want to be told something good. So Google Gemini is always going to lean to the bullish side. AI is always going to lean to the bullish side of things. Why? Because that's how you keep the subscriptions coming. That's how you keep the money flowing in. According to Gemini, the asset is expected to climb 47% to reach $3 in 2026 and then surge almost 300% to $8 in 2027. But remember, Google Gemini can't predict what's happening in the Middle East, so you gotta be cautious with that stuff. Now, let's talk crypto. Volume, bonkers this Sunday. Up 70% to 145 billion. So who's making money? The exchanges are. Remember, exchanges make money on you trading. Yeah, they do. Now, what's going on? Altcoins peeling back big time. We're at 19 out of 100, which means BTC is holding on to its gains better than the rest of the market. Check it out. BTC down 3.5%, ETH down 8, Sol down 6, XRP down 6. Look at some of our other favorites down here. Doge down 6, Pi down a shit ton, BGB down a ton, Flare down a ton, Filecoin down. You see my point. BTC is surviving this mess the best. Now, that being said, BTC has survived from its lows, but it seems like it's on another decline again. Yeah, this is a very fluid situation. XRP, yeah, you were able to get sub $2 XRP. I told you, you just had to wait. You had to be patient. Somebody out there said, bro, I'm going to change my buy target to $2.10. And I said, look, it's just a matter of time. The crypto market is not on solid ground right now. We're not going to get regs for a while. We're not going to get cuts from Jerome Powell for a while. We're not going to get juicy stuff for a while. The Middle East tensions are going to be here for a while. So guess what that means? You have a crypto house not built on a stone foundation, but you have it built on a sand foundation. Volume for XRP up 230% to 5.2 billion. So again, the exchanges are making money based on people trading. Let's go to those candlesticks and see how low can we go. Check this out, everyone. You got XRP lows of 192. So you were definitely able to gobble up under that $2 dipperoni. That being said, this was the first time you were able to get sub $2 XRP since the 9th of April, everyone. 9th, 8th, 10th of April. So yeah, you had to wait a little bit, but if you were patient, you were able to stack up some cash on the sidelines. You were able to sit, chill out for a few months, maybe buy some other things. See, I told you, when the prices were high, I was not chasing, I was buying oil stuff. Now, if oil goes too high, I'm going to say screw it and buy other things. Circle, I got priced out of. All that money that I had put aside to Circle, guess what? That can go into other things. That's my point. When one door closes, another one opens. Do you think the Middle East is going to be nasty and sticky and gross for a while? Well, if you do, guess what? You're going to have cheap crypto prices for a while. If you think the Middle East is going to stay nasty for a while, it means oil prices are going to go up, up, up for a while, right? Right, because what cards does Iran have? Does Iran have the big military like the rest of the world? No, they don't, but they got oil, baby. And they can really screw the world over with oil and causing problems with their allies. So, play your cards right, be smart, listen to the news, don't buy into the hopium that goes into confirmation bias, obviously leaning to the bullish side, because let's be real here. Who sells more newspapers? Companies out there that tell you you're going to be rich, or companies that tell you how it is? Trust me, I know. I'm a channel that tells you how it is, and my channel grows slowly because I tell you the news, not, oh, you're going to be rich, $10,000 XRP by next Friday, melting faces, grown men will cry. I'm also going to be paying attention to the gold market tonight. Speaking of the gold market, I also said I'm not going to chase gold prices, so what am I going to rotate into? I'm going to rotate more of my monies into silver. That's the thing, just be disciplined out there and know what your targets are. We all have different targets, and we all have different averages. So I'm not going to say, oh, you need to get in at this price, you need to get in. No, because we're all at different spots. But be disciplined with this and understand why things are happening. And be careful out there, because there's always going to be people trying to sell you, oh, you're going to miss out, bro. You're never going to get this opportunity again. That's a lie. There's always opportunities out there. Okay, cool. Maybe you missed Circle at $31. But were you able to stack silver for a while and play it? Were you able to stack gold? Were you able to stack oil? Were you able to play the contango action that happened a while ago with oil? I did. Yeah, that's my point. So be ready for things. Be open. That's why not only do I bring you crypto news, I bring you news regarding everything around the globe. Why? Because it's all intertwined. Because money is this interconnected blob right now. What's cool about it, though, is crypto gives us an insight of what the world is doing. Is oil trading right now? No. Is gold trading right now? No. Are stocks trading right now? No. But crypto is. So as we have flare-ups, as we have good news, as we have bad news, we can watch the crypto market trade. And that gives us an insight to what's also happening in the traditional finance markets, which then helps us out with what? Our commodities and our stocks, baby. So yeah, dig the news, not the hype. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo biz nachos.